Let us go to the poem, The Dover Beach, page number 26. Dover Beach, written by Matthew Arnold. This poem is a reflection of the crisis of faith during the Victorian era. Dover Beach is located in the narrow west part of the English Channel, and this poem is an impersonal elegy. Elegy is a mourning of the death of any person. Here, Dover Beach is an elegy, but it is not on death of any person, but it is on the death of religious faith. So mourning on the death of religious faith. So it is not a personal elegy but an impersonal elegy. Let's go to the poem. The sea is calm tonight, the tide is full, the moon lies fair upon the straits on the French coast. The light gleams and is gone. The cliffs of England stand glimmering and vast out in the tranquil bay. Come to the window. Sweet is the night air, only from the long line of spray where the sea meets the moon-blanched land. Listen, you hear the grating roar of pebbles which the waves draw back and fling. At their return up the high strand, begin and cease and then again begin, with tremulous cadence slow, and bring the eternal note of sadness in. Here, Matthew Arnold brings the nightscape of the beach, Dover Beach. That night, the sea is very calm, very quiet. In the beginning of the poem, the poet picturizes very beautifully the Dover Beach, and he is giving the clear description, clear picture of the place where he was. The Dover Beach, the sea where he was very calm that night. The tide is full, the waves are full, the moon lies fair, beautiful moonlight on that night. Upon the straits he means the gulf between Dover Beach and Calais. Calais is the French coast. So the moonlight falls upon both the beach, Dover Beach and the beach of Calais, that is French coast. He is on the English coast, and the other side lies the French coast. So the moonlight falls on both the coast. And how it was? On the French coast, the light gleams and is gone. He could see the French coast, and the moonlight falls on it very faintly. Gleams means shines faintly. very faintly. It was not so bright. Dim light falls on the French coast and has gone. The cliffs of England stand glimmering and vast. The other side where he was covered with cliffs. And on the cliffs, the moonlight falls, and it's also very dim. Glimmering is also dim light. And as the cliffs were there, it falls on the cliffs as vast out in the tranquil bay. So all around the bay, the quiet and calm bay, the cliffs all around was also lighted by the moon. Come to the window. Before we go to this line, here these two lines, gleams and is gone, glimmering and vast. Here the flickering, it was not a bright light, it's very dim light and has come and gone. That means here itself we can understand the theme of the poem. The poet wants to say that the faith which was there before was not so bright now. And he is calling his beloved wife, newly wedded wife, Lucy. He visited the Dover Beach with his wife, and he is calling his wife, come to the window. Sweet is the night air. The night air is so sweet because of the moonlight, and the night is so sweet. Only from the long line of spray where the sea meets the moon-blanched land. So the sweet air comes from the other side of the beach and goes. Where the sea meets the moon-blanched land. So where the sea meets the place where the sand is whitened because of the moonlight. Listen, he is calling his wife to the window to admire the beauty of the nature, and he is telling his wife and also wanting his wife to listen the sound what he is hearing. Listen, you hear the grating roar. Grating means rough and harsh sound produced by the pebbles on the seashore, or pebbles which the waves draw back. What brought the pebbles to the seashore? The waves which drew back, which went back, left the pebbles on the seashore, and the pebbles which were rolling made the sound which were rough and harsh. So he is asking his beloved to listen the sound of pebbles which the waves draw back and fling. Fling means throw. The waves threw the pebbles on the seashore. So the seashore is filled with, the Dover Beach is filled with pebbles and sand, nothing else. It's very dry, without any other thing. At their return up the high strand, strand means beach. On the beach, only the pebbles and sand are there. Begin and cease and then again begin. The waves are coming and going, beginning and ending, going and coming, and it is continuously going on. It is endless. And here he could hear the eternal sadness because of the harsh rough sound of the pebbles with tremulous cadence slow. So the music, cadence means music, slow music, sad effect of the pebbles, the music which was produced by the pebbles, giving the sad effect to the sound and bring the eternal note of sadness in. So again and again and again, the waves coming and throwing the stones and going back leaves the eternal sadness to that beach. So the poet could hear the eternal sadness. That means some kind of sad note is existing there in the beach. So in the beginning of the poem, the poet gives the complete sad note. Pessimism is felt in the beginning of the poem. So in the next part of the poem, let's understand what the poet wants us to know or wants us to understand what he wants to say through the rest of the poem.